Hi, welcome to today. We talk about building the doorway to your online network marketing empire. In online marketing, there's a special kind of web page which will entice thousands of people to start sending you their contact information so you can do the very thing you want to do. And that's sell your products, services, and opportunity to people who want to hear about what you have to say and buy what you have. This specific type of web page is called a capture page, and it's also known as a squeeze page or a gateway page. The page that allowed you to receive this valuable bootcamp is an example of a capture page at work. Now, the audience who comes to the capture page is given two choices. They either give you their information and opt in exchange for valuable information, and in this case it was the bootcamp, or they get out. That's it. It's very straightforward. They either choose option 1 or option 2. Now, this seems a bit harsh, but let's rehash the all-important marketing principle I presented earlier. The money is in building a list, collecting people's contact information, and you build a list by leading with value. And no list equals no money. You cannot create a relationship with your audience or tell them about what you have if you don't know their name and don't have their contact information. Hence, get their information or politely invite them to leave. We want you to sift out the serious people from the time wasters and only build a list of serious people. And that is the function of a capture page. We want to sift out the time. We want to get rid of the time wasters and only have the serious people on our list. Now, if you followed my training yesterday and lead by giving people value first, people will have no problem giving you their contact details, especially if it's in exchange for more value. Now, components of a capture page. Now let's talk about the components of the capture page and what makes it successful. First, you need to realise that most people surfing the internet will spend no more than a few seconds judging if a web page contains any content worth sticking around for. In my case, this is my blog. These people are back button happy. Therefore, your capture page must engage their interest and convey your message literally within a few seconds. People's attention spans online nowadays are very, very low and short. Second, you need to realise that people make buying decisions based on emotions, and then they back up that decision with logic. Okay, so your capture page must trigger that emotion, invoke a desire to want to opt in, to give you their email address, and the curiosity to see what is on the other side. What is it in exchange for? Your capture page has to make it brainlessly simple for them to logically conclude that it'd be silly not to. It'd be silly not to put their email address in and get what's on the other side. But you must do this in a very limited amount of space due to people's attention span. So let's break down our sample capture page really quick and give you a crash course on the components. Now, understand this is all I can fit into one training and is by no means in-depth training. That is what the attraction marketing formula is for. However, this should give you an idea of how it works. So first you'd have the preamble headline. It qualifies your reader. If you look at attractionmarketingformula.com, you'll notice black bold print in 12-point font right above the headline. This is an example of a preamble headline. It's usually poses an if question. So if you are looking for more quality leads for your business. Okay, and then second, you have the headline, which invokes an emotional response and makes them continue reading. Now, the headline is the most important part of your capture page, without doubt. This will determine if your reader moves on to reading the rest of the page, the capture page. It invokes an emotional response or the desire for the benefit, pleasure in the most effective way to write a headline. The details will come later, but focus on providing benefits in your headline. If you don't catch your audience's attention with the headline, they're going to go and click the back button, or they're just going to close off the page. Now you could then have a sub headline, which is optional. This usually builds the emotional response, builds anticipation, and directs the reader to the next action, to take action. It's an expansion of the headline. And then you've got bullet points, which again are optional, but I always find these work really well on a capture page, because you will get some people who won't read everything you've written. They'll just want to get to the bullet points and find out what is the benefits to them. And that's usually what you put in your bullet points, is the benefits. What's the difference between a feature and a benefit? The answer to this can make or break your capture page. And I'm going to go over more of this on day 8 of your training. You can also view bullets as mini headlines. Now, and then number 5, which is obviously extremely important, is your opt-in box. Form fields for the reader to submit their information. This is where the reader takes action towards receiving more information. Keep it simple. We only want name, email, and maybe phone number. And then you've got number 6, the bribe. What are you offering in exchange for that information? What are you going to give away in order to receive their email address? Because for someone to be able to give you their email address nowadays online, that takes a lot. You've seriously got to be able to have led with value in the first place for them to give you their email address. And sometimes it's in a very competitive market. You can always offer an extra bonus. This could be an ebook, software, a secret way to make more money, or in my case, it was the 10-day attraction marketing formula bootcamp. Now, you've got some homework today, because that is it for today. But your job is to browse the internet and look at capture pages from successful internet marketers, so you know what I'm referring to when I talk about a capture page. I have actually given you some examples of capture pages underneath this video, and I want you to take a look through them. Familiarize yourself with the capture page. And tomorrow I will show you how to build a relationship with your capture page subscribers, so everybody who opts in, to turn them into believers of your opportunity and products. So here is to capturing more prospects, and I'll see you tomorrow.